Let's spawn our flowers in the world. Alright friends, I was back in the television once more, and in this tutorial we're going to be adding some flower generation to Minecraft. So this is just one more example of some generation here, world generation, and for this I'm going to copy over once again some of the stuff that I've already prepared, but no worries, all of this is available to you in the description below. Get a repository and individual gist as well. And you can see here we have a configured feature, this time of random patch configuration, that uses the feature.flower. Once again, we can middle mouse button click on this and middle mouse button click on this as well. And you can see in the vegetation features class right here, we can see some examples of flowers. You can see some of them actually use the grass patch with a weighted state provider right here. And then most of the others use the random patch configuration here. So once again, one of those things where you have available to you all of the different things, as you can see here in vanilla, in the vegetation decoration, in the vegetation features class, as well as if I middle mouse button click on this in the vegetation placements class, you can see here the place feature for the flowers planes. And you can see here, they're using the noise threshold count placement. There are some other stuff like the rarity filter, which we're going to use in just a moment. But yeah, so this is once again one of those things where you can just take a look at the vanilla stuff and you can learn so much from it. It's pretty crazy. So we have this configured feature. You can see tries should just see how many basically spawn. The higher the tries, the more of those flower will spawn. And then the XZ spread and the Y spread should just be, okay, how spread out are they in the X and the Z direction as well as in the Y direction. That's pretty much all that there is to it. And then there's just one more placement call here. So basically we're placing this down only when the actual block is air. That should also make a lot of sense, right? We don't want to override something else basically. And then here we have our pink rows that we've passing in. So you can also just pass in any other block in theory here, but this is basically the idea here. And then in our mod place features, we have this right here, once again also copied over. This is the mod configured features pink rows, and you can see this is the place pink rows filter on average every 16. So this should be on average every 16 chunks, I believe this should spawn, if I'm not mistaken. I think that this is the chance. Actually, it's a little bit different. So actually what happens is that you do 1 divided by the chance here. So it's 1/16th, but then it looks whether or not it's higher than this. So it actually should be, every 16 something. So highly recommend. Also, you can always go into those classes and take a look at how they work. This is also a very smart idea to do this. And then you also have this in square placement spread, the height map, and the biome filter. And I've pretty much just taken those from the vanilla examples once again, because why not? Then we can be sure that the functionality is pretty much exactly the same. Right, and then we need to just add a new class here. So this is going to be the ModFlowerGeneration. There you go. And then the ModFlowerGeneration, I'm also going to copy this over just so that we have it. But once again, this is pretty much exactly the same that we've seen in the tree generation as well. Here we're just checking, hey, the biome that is loaded, let me just get the types here. And then if this is in a plains biome, then we're going to add the actual pink rows right in there. And then we still need to call this right here. Now, the order in this case does not matter because they are both in the same generation step right here. We can see this is both vegetal decoration. However, for example, in the next tutorial where we add the underground ores, for example, then the order there is actually very important. So that is something to keep in mind as well. But for the time being, this is pretty much all that we need to do for the flowers. It's not as involved, let's say, as the tree generation, but it's still pretty cool to see, an example of something else, of another vegetation feature, basically. So for completion's sake, let's make a new world and let's see if it works. Alright, friends, it's back in Minecraft. So let's just locate a plains biome and let's see if we can find some of our flowers there. So let's go, and here we are. So let's just see, and there already are some of our pink roses right here. You can see spread out a little bit, and let's see if I can find a few more of them. Maybe there's going to be another cluster. There's actually another cluster of them. There you go. And let's see. So as you can see, the clusters are fairly rare, all things considered, but also, you can always just change around the, some of the numbers. Highly recommend, always recommend just trying and playing around with the actual numbers to see, what you can basically see, and be open to experimentation with it. And then that's how easy it is to basically add some of the custom flowers. And that's how easy it is to add some custom flower generation Minecraft. Right, but that would already be it for this tutorial right here. I hope you found this useful and you learned something new. If you did, I would very much appreciate a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials just like this one. I also want to thank all of my lovely Patreon supporters for supporting me and this channel. It is very much appreciated, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. So, yeah.